Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, or not morning if you are not me, but it's technically still morning for me. Welcome to my living nightmare. As you may have noticed if you watched my playoffs picture video with Sukawa, I'm not particularly optimistic. I probably should be on the screen. I'm not particularly optimistic about my matchup into the one, the only Tay. If you've seen my game against Tay, you may understand why. It's not a particularly strong matchup for me. I certainly would appreciate if you guys leave a comment down below about your own traumatic experiences. If there's ever been matchups that you've just been, laid up at night worrying about in terms of playing a bit of competitive Pokemon, I would appreciate that. Any subscribing, liking the video, and comments does do a lot for the channel. And as we head into Gen 9, I really want to try and get this thing, kicked off the ground and running. So, yeah, this matchup, as we see, the speed factor is advantage to Tay. They have Talonflame, which is a very solid form of speed control. As someone without Fake Out, I cannot stop. I would need, I think I was looking at it, and the options I would need is either Scarf Taunt, or I would need a, I would need someone to use like Feint or something, and then like a Scarf Attack as well. Or I think I was looking at First Impression briefly. And then like a Scarf Attack as well to get rid of it, or First Impression plus Lycanroc, which is obviously, there's a very high degree of counterplay there. In terms of Trick Room, if you saw my last game against Tay, you'll know that I cannot kill Cofagrius, and basically it sucks and I die. It's not great. So that is a ton of fun. Spritzy is also a decent Trick Room setter, and it's pretty alright in the matchup. They didn't bring it last time, but they might bring it this time. They brought Choice Band Tyrant last time, so that may not come back. I believe they had like a Sash, Pangor, or Bullet Punch. They had a Power something or other Xurkitree, and then they had a Bulky Kang with, I think, Choppleberry, but it might have been a different item. So that's what and Arachnid, of course. But yeah, Haxorus can also come, Talonflame can also come, Sandaconda can also come. So we're kind of worried about this, which is a lot, but not as much Tyrant, but also still kind of Tyrant. Didn't bring it last time. So the Metang's a big consideration. Like, I don't know if Sandaconda can come. It's a cool mon that is just kind of a little bit let down by its stats. I remember especially being disappointed with not getting the G-Max off, despite the fact that its G-Max is really one of the cooler ones, I think. Yeah, so I lack super consistent options. I have to very strongly thank the various people who helped me, especially Steve, for having come up with some very solid suggestions for how I may be able to pretend that I have some form of counterplay. Yeah, my opponent is relatively weak to ground, except it's actually not because of Metang Tyrant. And I did kind of break down a lot of my thoughts on the matchup. They can kill my team pretty easily. I'm struggling to 2 or 3 KO their team, so this is what I have as a team. Dual screens, really, that's not meant to be Moonlight, that's meant to be Moonblast. I should change that, like, right now. I just even learn Moonlight. Okay, wow, that was almost bad. Well, I guess it wouldn't have validated, but yeah. So, dual screens to ward off the impact of their Trick Room, as well as Sash, and then like Quick Guard, and then Accelerock to try and get around Trick Room. I have a sub Eerie Impulse Thundurus to try and also help stall out, that works well with the dual screens up. I have a Fissure to ignore defense, I have 2 moves that can one-hit KO Cofagrigus, being Fissure and Final Gambit. I don't really have any other way to one-hit KO Cofagrigus, which means I don't have any other way to reliably stop them from like faking me out between Quick Guard and then one of these 2 options, ideally Surfetched. But I kind of want to bluff the Disquake option because it's not terrible into this team. So it might impact the way that Tay plays, though I do intend to lead Lycanroc Surfetched game 1. Okay, the Flygon is Fly, because that can't be pulled by Rest Talk. And the idea is that it's decent with like Eerie Impulse and dual screens, Struggle Bug. Should be able to live hits pretty well, hopefully. Not Tyrant though. and then throwing off fishes allows me to do something, theoretically. Generally, yeah, Aggron's here because it's okay. Rock Blast, Heavy Slam, Rock Slide. Rock is decent into this matchup, it's not amazing. Last time they ran Shardy Berry, which is the Rock Resist Berry, on Araquanid, so Rock Blast helps me get around that. Rock Slide's okay, Heavy Slam lets me hit Spritzy. I underspeed Spritzy by 1 point, which is good, because otherwise after you Spritzy would be a nightmare. Like the rest of the team. Alright, I'm going to send the challenge to Tay. Not super optimistic, Tay has literally not gone to Game 3 once this season, so if I can do that, I would consider that to be a very, very strong win. Okay. Game 1. I saw Pangoro again, that's interesting. No Tyron, they have Spritzy instead. This is a pretty Trick Room heavy team. That's interesting. I don't stop Spritzy Trick Room with Surfetched. It's Scarf so that it's faster than Arceus and Kangaskhan, but it was specifically the idea was Kangaskhan. I should probably comment Game 3. Okay, not left off. Okay, so if they lead like Kang Kafakagus, this leads good. If they lead Kang Spritzy, it's not amazing. I definitely want to keep Aggron in the back. I'll try my best. Tay is terrifying. I would say they are one of the best players of the mental aspect of the game, which does not hurt when they're also one of the best players of the actual aspect of the game. Yeah, sorry. So base HP wise, at this sort of base HP, these are the Pokemon that died to Final Gambit. Every other Pokemon does not die to Final Gambit, so that's just Kofagrigus in this matchup. I should remove the ones that didn't come, so it did come. So no Talonflame, no Haxorus, no Metang, no Tyrant, no Sandaconda. So to get a better idea of their defensive matchup, they only have the one flying resist, which is funny for fly. Oh yeah, the idea with fly is it can hit Araquanid and it can also play around Trick Room. They didn't bring a fairy resist, which is very good for Rabombi. Oh. Do you wanna reset? Spike Moth? More like cringe. I'll see it what they say. I'm willing to let them, but you know, okay. Imagine pulling this in finals. Very unprofessional. Very unprofessional for my opponent. I don't. It's like, but I have my team in VGC 2022. Game 1. Personally, I think Spike Myth Cup is for, you know, it's the dishonest people format, but they use Fake Out. As we can see, my opponent built in Spike Myth Cup and is using Fake Out, so pretty solid evidence for. Oh, Spike. It's the same sex. Okay. Oh yeah, speaking of nicknames, that's the last hurrah of my I think I'm just gonna go Aggron and Thundurus, because they only brought the one electric resist, and it's got Eerie Impulse to help it match up well into it. This is not amazing into a Spritzy lead. I would probably coaching and switch into Aggron against a Spritzy lead, unless it is Kang Spritzy. I'm heavy metal, yeah? Yeah. I should pop this into my calc. Nope, this is the ideal lead. I'm going to just make sure I'm quick guarding, and then I'm going to final Gambit into Surfetch, into Cophagus. I wanted to run Surfetched with quick guard, but then I remembered it's the same priority as the other move, so it doesn't do anything. Okay, that's a trade. It's a trade I'm willing to take. Maybe not. Kind of wish I had Red Bombi since I did lead this lead. I might have indexed a bit too hard into the other one. Into letting them get Trick Room up in my thing. Not having Red Bombi definitely kind of sucks. Okay. Yeah, level 100k. It's kind of bulky than the other. Okay, so a double up should KO. Well, I don't know. Let's see what Thunder's doing. Thunder's not doing enough that a double up should KO. So I kind of want to then instead double into the circuitry. Sure. Shout out to Steve. Yeah, if this is Troupple, it doesn't die to a double up. Whereas I think Zerk should not take it. It should still take a pretty solid amount of damage. Obviously less from Thunderbolt, which is kind of the concern. So I can CC and then Eerie Impulse the Zerk, or I could Rock Blast and Eerie Impulse the Zerk, which I'm kind of tempted to do. Rock Blast the Kang, just so I'm not dropping my own defenses. I got Leah. That doesn't really work in this particular turn. Yeah, I'm going to Rock Blast and I'm going to Eerie Impulse the Circuitry. Oh, there's Scarf. That's interesting. Okay, Volt Switch is definitely an interesting play. Seems like a fairly not Trick Room oriented team to have run in Trick Room. I want to Quick Guard and Thunderbolt the Pangoro. Classically, they have just been clicking priority moves into this, so they like Bullet Punched it with Pangoro and what have you. Obviously, they just Sucker Punched it. I don't know. I think I'm losing at this particular positioning. Mostly just because they threaten Aggron pretty damn hard. So the hope is definitely that they Bullet Punch, and then whatever they do with Kang doesn't KO Thundurus. Thundurus, so that I am, you know, getting, like, I'm getting something out of the turn and they're not. I don't think that's very likely to happen. Maybe I should consider switching. Notably did not switch. 50%, okay. Now I think what I should maybe go, maybe Accelerock in that slot. Actually, that damage is pretty significant. I might be able to get some information by calking. Thundurus, Kangaskhan, Adamant Edge. Okay, so they're not Silk Scarf, and they may not be Adamant. Did 58. Okay, so they're probably not Silk Scarf, which goes back to the other theory. I kind of want to Accelerock and Thunderbolt the Kangaskhan. Goes back to the Trouble Berry theory. Do I ever win if I do that? I'm not sure I do. I might switch in Aggron and Thunderbolt Pangoro, because I think I need to preserve Lycanroc. I don't know. Oh, okay, so what decisions are they gonna make? They can switch either of these slots. They can choose not to click priority move. They can choose to click priority move. How reliably am I getting the KO with this second Thunderbolt? Okay, it doesn't seem guaranteed or unlikely. I might Accelerock and Thunderbolt the Pangoro, and then just hope that they struggle to break through with -2 Zerg, that they struggle to break through Aggron. Seems unlikely, but is that my out? Alright, better off CCing the Kangaskhan and Thunderbolting Pangoro. And then just hoping they're not Chople or I KO through Chople. Because if they're Citrus Berry, it could be a big problem. Yeah, I really wish... I think if I had Rabombi in the last slot, I felt more confident. Okay, interesting. So they are Chople, and they live. Okay, which slot do they attack? Aggron, okay. Yeah, I think I've lost. Yeah, I've lost. I've lost. I should have doubled the Kangaskhan. I was thinking about it, and then I didn't do it, and not doing it was a mistake. So what's my out here? I Thunderbolt into the Kang slot, and then if Pangoro switches in, it dies, I hope. And then if Kang stays in, it dies. And my only out is if they attack into the Aggron, which I don't expect them to do. And like they attack into protect. I think that's my only out. I don't think I actually win, but this is my best option. It requires Zerk to hit into Aggron. If Zerk hits into Aggron, then I think I can win. And if Zerk does not hit into Aggron, I think I lose. Especially because I do wind up with them being locked into Volt Switch most likely. Yeah, the Chople Bear is very difficult to deal with. Disquake actually would have been kind of good here. Did not wind up being Disquake, but it would have been kind of good here. They brought such a fast team for having led hard trip. Though maybe they went for an attack with Govagris. It's very possible. I think they probably like fake out and body pressed into Lycanroc. Yeah, okay, no, that was basically what I expected out of the turn. Okay, yeah, yeah. GG. Didn't even Volt, which is interesting. But yeah, Aggron was a bad brain when I was committing to trying to stop Trick Room. I don't think they click Trick Room. I want to lead right Bombi. Maybe Surf-Edged? Maybe Flygon. I'll go Bombi Thundurus. And then I'll go Flygon, and I kind of want to go Surf-Edged. Just because it does have still good damage output. This damage output's also still pretty good though. And the Sash is nice. Yeah, Aggron's just useless. Unless they get Trick Room up, then it's great. But they won't get Trick Room up because I'll click Fisher into the Spritzy and it will hit. I'm not even leading Flygon. It's fine. I want to put Reflect up and Sub turn 1. Look, I kind of want to do the Aggron thing, so I think I'll go with that. Get screens up, use Leer, and then Rock Blast Rock Slide to put it back. I don't expect them to lead Covagrigus. That's the only one I don't expect them to lead. And most anything else makes sense, especially given that the Zerk is Scarf. If they lead the Zerk, I think I'm forced to Eerie Impulse it while I put up screen. Actually, I might switch Flygon in. And Sub. Depending on if it's next to Kang. Do I no, I don't. I'm Struggle Bug, Moonblast. Moonblast is still pretty good here. I should probably goodbye. Okay. Zerk and Koffag, okay. I want to put up a light screen for sure. Do I Eerie Impulse that slot? Okay, so light screen is guaranteed. I've got the substitute option, and I've got the yeah, I mean, sub just makes the most sense, right? I can Eerie Impulse. It will reduce damage into Revompi. I might as well Eerie Impulse. They should get the information on Revompi being pretty defensively invested out of that. So there's the option of Struggle Bug to reduce Covagrigus' damage output, and there's the option of Moonblast just to get good damage into Kangaskhan, because damage into Kangaskhan was pretty important last time. There's also the option of Reflect, though I expect the Kangaskhan to fake out, which makes Reflect only relevant next turn. That could still matter. I could switch in Flygon and Reflect. Or Aggron and Reflect. I might... I should see what the Moonblast damage is like into Revompi. What's the Pokemon called? Kangaskhan. Level 50, give it max HP. This is still the version with Moonlight instead of Moonblast. 30 to 35. It's not terrible damage. Reflect is pretty good though. And I'll go for sub just in case they don't fake out. No, I'd rather Thunderbolt if they don't fake out. Punished for not being Limberate. My opponent is rewarded for my own RNG. Okay. I want to switch Flygon in the Revompi slot and sub with Thundurus. though I could Thunderbolt and try to KO the Kangaskhan. It probably makes the most sense to Thunderbolt and try to KO the Kangaskhan. So I switch out, and then I attempt to Thunderbolt into K. Because I expect them to Shadow Ball into that slot, and then dodge this one. Okay. They're definitely clicking, like, probably an Ice move into Flygon. I want to sub with Thundurus. And switch something in the other slot. Maybe run Bombi in. Because I don't mind that much if it dies. I could also click Fly. It's not the worst position to fly in. If they aren't Ice Punch, let me check the pace they had last time. I don't have the pace, but I have a screenshot from their match, from their video. Did they have Ice Punch on it last time? They did not. Okay. So I want to click Fly into the Pangoro slot and sub. Last time, Darkest Lariat was their best move into Thundurus. I don't have my Citrus off yet, so this is fine. Fly is pretty solid. Because it only gives them this turn to hit me. Obviously if they Wisp me, it's not great. Body Press, I don't really care about that. ACC. Oh, dude! Dude! That's some bullshit. Oh. Even if they were Choice Band, that didn't KO. Surge. I want to go Aggron and Protect, and then Thunderbolt the Pangoro Super Sash last time. Yeah. Yeah. That was massive. I think I was actually in a really good position. Like, genuinely, I was in a phenomenal position, I think, with the fly up. Because they couldn't hit me again. And with no... Yeah, so we're talking 32%. My Flygon's leftovers, and it would have been getting 2 extra turns of leftovers before it was hit again. And doing... yeah. Okay, actually, is that... I'm going crazy. Yeah. That's heartbreaking. So I need a Thunderbolt to break a potential Sash or whatever on that, and okay, they went for the same thought process. Might switch Pangoro out into Ribombee and Thunderbolt again. Oh, they went for the small play. Dude, my paras have been very, I think I'm still faster. Yeah, 56. Yeah. Oh, right, yeah, of course I am. I'm, like, damn near min-speed. So I'm the slowest one on the field right now, which is not amazing. I mean, I think I want to Rock Blast, go Fagrigus, and then Thunderbolt Pangoro. Probably should have doubled into Cavagrigus. I'm gonna Protect and Thunderbolt Cavagrigus. Okay, that's bad. Yeah, that's heartbreaking. I don't think I can come back from that. Having Flygon is very, very important because it means that I don't lose to Zerk. And I think I lose to Zerk as it stands. I think I need Pangoro to get full parrot. I think it's my only out. I don't think Double Protect ever wins, so I need Pangoro to get full parrot. Yeah, if it doesn't get full parrot, I've lost. Do we see the full parrot? We do not see the full parrot. Alright, GG. That feels really bad. Yeah, okay, I've just lost. That feels so shit. What the fuck? Come on. Come on. Really? That was such a heartbreaking turn. I think I won. Because I was so close. The fly would have functionally removed Pangoro. Like, it would have stalled out Trick Room super well because I still had the Thundurus as well. And yeah, I was forced to sack for a Bombi. On the Bombi turn. Yeah, they CC'd into it. Yeah, so I made the right play. That's just heartbreaking. That's just you hey, playoffs. Playoffs are a terrible format. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna be doing some content in preparation for Gen 9. It should be good. I might be doing a draft breakdown. That should also be pretty interesting. Kind of go a bit deeper and further on the more focused draft that draft breakdown I had with Sora. If you guys did see that, I just want to cry, to be honest. Leave a comment down below telling me that I'm secretly actually not a terrible player. I'll know you're lying, but I'll appreciate the effort. Thanks for watching.